Hey guys and gals, got another one for you today. Today I'm in my stubby, the Tier 10 Japanese medium tank, or also known as STB-1, platooned up with Cup on Kitamat Team Destruction. So no bases, don't have to worry about being capped. Really looks like we got a more mobile team, so the one line should fare well for us. And it looks like they got a lot of big guns, so if we can keep this a long range fight, we should be okay. Scout tanks are coming over here with us. I don't think I've featured this tank yet. Update 3.6, they took a second off the reload on this, and they really made the tank suffer. It doesn't seem like a second off the reload would really affect the tank too much, but since this tank was so inaccurate, it really needed the DPM to be able to shoot through those situations, because you knew you couldn't hit weak points. So get the turtle spotted and the grill dead, and when you come over that ridge you usually spot some people coming down this road or this way. Since I didn't see any, I told Cup that I'm just gonna throw her down in there. If you can get into G2, you're in a pretty safe location. Not so much safe that you can't be killed, safe that if you have people covering you and they come to try to all in you, your teammates are gonna butcher them. So you definitely could still die, but you're gonna cost their team a lot of damage to try to dig you out of this location. Alright, so Cup let me know that there's a stirv, and I get him spotted right as I come around the corner. I can put a shot into his track, and really all I want to do is shoot his wide track wheel here and keep him tracked. The other thing in 3.6 is they buffed the turret on this thing, which I don't really feel is that effective. I thought that it bounced some shells in the before 3.6. However, they did give it a buff, and it does seem to bounce shells. Whether it's more or less than before, you know, not sure, but the Sheridan decides that I'm a threat, he needs to take care of me. And you can see how well defended this area is. If people try to all-in you, my teammates are giving that Sheridan some hell. So now he came over full health, now he's at 432. I'm going to put one more in him, leave him on 51 hit points. I'm going to slowly eke my way around here just because they have so many tank destroyers. Usually tank destroyers are lurking in the back. Already narrowly misses me, but does enough damage, leaves me on 159 hit points. Alright, so me and this 140 are just kind of like poking ridge at each other, and if he has a heat shell loaded, he's probably going to go through my turret, whether it's buffed or not, so I don't want to take a shell from him. So I'm going to push around, try to get utilize my gun depression. That's one thing about the stubby. It's got 12 degrees of gun depression. Is it 12? Maybe it's 10. You know what? I should know my stats before I start firing away. But it does have really good gun depression for a tier 10 medium tank. And the gun depression with the turret armor is what makes this thing so unique, and the DPM. So you can crank out shells and your teammates don't really get a good shot at you, because if you're utilizing your gun depression, they don't get to see a lot of your tank. So there's an E4 and a 140 kind of lodged into that little corridor there. And I'm trying to bait a shot, that way Cup can rush in and finish them up. But they're slowly retreating, so they definitely don't want to be in this crossfire. Nor do they want to shoot and get rushed. So somebody smokes that E4, leaves him on 18 hit points. Cup misses a shot. Our 105 shuts him down. Cup gets a shot in the 140. 140 returns fire. Now once again, I'm just looking for a shot. I get a shot into the side of him. He bounces off my turret, and I'm targeted right now, so I don't want to pull out here. It's 7-4, and it feels like the game is over, but we've been here before. You see now their E4 killed our E4. And if they just defend over in G9, they have a nice defensive location, and it's going to take a lot of our tanks to dig them out of there. So Artie gets spotted. I would want nothing more than to kill this artillery for leaving me on 150 hit points. There's a Death Star and a Waffle Trogger E100 over here, so I'm going to be careful and make sure I'm not driving out. Excuse me. Make sure I'm not driving out in front of one of those two tanks. Definitely a couple tanks that we got to be aware of. Cup gets a shot into Artie. And then I'm just going to sneak in behind him and put him down. And then as I do this, this Death Star comes over the ledge and can see me. So he starts taking heavy fire. But I tell Cup that it's probably over for me. I track him and he sails one right over my head. Like, he was there for a long time aiming at me and he missed. So lucky me. Now this Waffle Trogger is coming, and that's where the accuracy really shines through. My gun was, I think, fully aimed at that point, and I missed a shot on a Waffle Trogger turret, which is ginormous. Alright, you can see it's 10-8. I tell Cup that this is way too close. We gotta make sure that we stay alive and try to conserve hit points. Obviously, I can't really conserve hit points. I just have to stay alive at this point. Cup shuts that Waffle down. We lose our Artie, and now we're in a 4v4. Our 105 shuts their IS-7 down, which is perfect. We catch this E4 crossing this bridge here. Me and this medium both put a shell in him, put him down. And now they have E4, Wizard 111-14. Now once again, we're just trying to make this a long-range game. The Wizard 111-14 gets spotted in the middle of the map. There's really not many places he can go from that location, so he's kind of put himself in a bad spot where he's going to end the game. Alright. Though it's boring, I'm not going to speed it up for you this time. It's just kind of adds to what you go through when you don't have many hit points. Becomes a patient game, and you definitely don't want to throw your tank because your gun's still active. Our E4 shuts down the 105. Now, I am kind of just betting that I'm going to be in the right position for my team. And I let Cup know that if he goes to the other side, I'm not going to be able to cover him there. He does have the E50M with him. And he's really just wondering where the E4 is. Is he going to drive into him? Is the E4 going to be over in like B2? And then all of a sudden I spot the E4. I miss a side shot in him, and that gets me detected, so I got to back up off this ledge. And he proceeds to drive into this crossfire. Like, I don't know if he doesn't know where our medium tanks are, but usually guys from the N clan are fairly capable players. So I think that could have been his demise. Could just barely see that Wizard 111-1-4, but I missed a shot on him. And now me and this E4 are playing peekaboo. He's trying to bait a shot out of me, and I don't really want to take a shot unless I'm confident in it, because once I shoot, he takes point and he waits for me to do the same to him. So he realizes that I'm going to be patient and I'm not just going to throw a shell at him. Then as he drives out, I do shoot, but once again, Stubby's accuracy makes me pay. I don't shoot him, and now he's watching the corner. So I potentially want to try to get unspotted, or at least come up in a different location where he's not going to be pre-aimed. And I tell Cup I'm pretty sure he's looking at me. However, Cup goes over to shoot him, and he shuts Cup down. So now it's a 2v1. You see my E50M doesn't have any kills. I'm not sure really what he's been doing the whole game. So I don't want to rely on him to think that he can make this happen. I'm going to go into his, because watching the back of his stubby during this fight is kind of awkward. And apparently he doesn't see that I tracked the E4, because he doesn't proceed to drive behind the E4 after I track him. And then another thing that he does is he sits in front of an E4, which is really strange. Shoots the lower plate. Now he pokes out just enough that I can retrack him. And now the E50M realizes that he can just drive behind this guy. You can see that I'm offended. Had 3 stars on his barrel, so he actually was a good player, which was my thought. People from the N clan just are usually good players. They're going to be decisive on what they do and take care of their tanks. Alright, so I'll get to endgame match here. Did 2100 damage, 3600 assisted, blocked 1400. Was a level 1 and got a Confederate medal. Cup took second with 5400 damage, 4 kills. Our Object 140 did 3900. The 105 that was with us did almost 3k, 3 kills. And then the E50M did do 2800 damage, so he did more than what I thought. He made some awkward plays, but in the end we pulled it together, so that's all that matters. That's really all I got for you guys. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video.